What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another 5-Minute Red Pill. I'm Marcelo Beatty, and today we're going to be talking about if you're a real hustler or not. First things first, I really want to get into basically living your life with a purpose-filled mentality. This is honestly probably the greatest thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life, is finding my purpose and figuring out, what to do with that information. Living before my purpose-filled mentality, I guess when I was a child, all I wanted to do was play football. Once football ended, I was completely lost, confused. I had no idea that football ending was going to lead me to my real purpose in life. And once I had figured out my real purpose, all the things in my life began to make sense. All the things that happened, all the failures, all the misturns, all of the rejections, all of them started to add up and they all became to make sense. They were preparing me for my true destiny. Truly, you're not an alpha if you're not on your purpose. If there's anything stopping you in front of your way, if there's anything stopping you as an alpha from your destiny, from your purpose, you're not really an alpha. Letting other things stop you is what makes you a beta. There should be nothing that stops you from getting to the destination that you're looking for. Also, for the fact of the matter is, being purpose-filled means you just never stop improving. You should never be satisfied with yourself, always aiming to improve. So indeed, yes, I did just say this, okay? The reality is that if you're not a hustler, you're not an alpha. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're not a hustler, you're not an alpha. Well, how do you know if you are a hustler? Well, let's start here. You work hard. You don't make excuses. Complaining is not. It is not even in. It's not even in your mental grasp. There's no such thing as complaining, okay? There's no such thing as a distraction. And a very, very key factor I find in most people who are truly hustlers is that they are so much of a hustler that, well, the successful ones at least, they're so much of a hustler that it annoys most of the people around them. The people around them might think they're crazy. They might think they're annoyingly just driven and purpose-filled and like, what the fuck else do they do with their life? Those are real hustlers. Those are real alphas. We're not concerned with the opinions of sheep. The reality is too, is that you are not a hustler and you're not an alpha if you're working for someone else. Let's just be real here, okay? I know this is a tough pill to swallow, but fuck it. It's just the fucking truth, all right? I mean, I slaved away for someone else, but really, what are you? Alphas don't work for other people. Alphas are not led. We lead our own selves. We lead others. Ask yourself, how are you going to get any closer to your destiny or your purpose? Building someone else's destiny or purpose. Losing your own life. It's fine if you have a 9-to-5 job. Make sure when you leave that 9-to-5 job, you're on to your second destiny. Make sure in the side or the background, you're building your own destiny at the same time. Because I do understand you need that stable check sometimes. Obviously, going after your purpose is not always going to be secure. But the reality is, if you are not working to have your own thing, whether it be on the side or, on the side growing, whatever it may be, you're not a hustler, you're not an alpha. Let's just be real here. You're purple pill, blue pill, whatever, but you're not an alpha. And this in turn leads me to the last key trait, which is basically what sums up almost all of it. Alphas are not afraid to make sacrifices. I think sacrificing by far is what sets most men apart. It's even what sets most women apart too. To a man, what she's willing to sacrifice for him. That's kind of how you, at least I know for most of the alphas I know, that's really the only way you can bring them back down to earth and maybe you consider dating you, is if there's something you actually bring to the table. And if you're willing to make necessary sacrifices to show them how much you care about them. Alphas, we don't take our sacrifices lightly. So when we are willing to make sacrifices, we make sure it is for the right thing. We're not going to waste our sacrifices on measly nonsense like women or useless connections that we know won't get us anywhere at the end of the day. It may seem like we're kind of assholes, but I mean, I guess in this world where everyone's supposed to be having everyone wins mentality, we're actually trying to win. And so that might come off as harsh to some people, but it's okay. The reality is that we're willing to make the sacrifice. We don't care about friends. We don't care about the distractions. We don't care about what the world might tell us to hold us back. We're not in it for any of that. We're in it for ourselves. Timer just went off, so I'm gonna figure it out. We're in it for ourselves and no one else. And that's just the reality for being an alpha and a hustler all at once. Usually if you have one, you have the other. There's usually no way you can do one without the other. But let's make the very, very, very true point clear. You cannot be a hustler and you cannot be an alpha working for someone else, especially not if you don't have your own initiative in mind, if you don't have your own initiative in the background growing as well, all right? Thank you guys for watching another 5-minute red pill video. If you guys like this video, please leave a comment below. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future. Go ahead and click that like button too if you want to, you know what I mean? And if you're really feeling real groovy, go ahead and subscribe for me, all right? I'll catch y'all tomorrow for another video.